Okay, teacher, good evening. Today we are going to do a video for the conversations club activities. I had some problems to go, so I'm going to do a video. Okay, we are going to talk about the engineer. Engineer is a set of scientific and technological for innovation, invention, development, and improvement, the techniques and tools to meet needs and solve problems of people and therefore of the society. Currently, engineers are classified into three main areas according to the field of application. H is it with specialization in civil engineers, industrial engineers, military engineers, or forces or other order. Engineers are very important in our lives. For that reason, I will say 5 important things that engineers have brought to humanity, which are: the first one is engineers in its very diverse fields has managed to explore the planets of a solar system with a high degree of detail. The explorers that have been introduced to the planetary surface. The second point is the engineers has management to communicate the planet to in fractions of a second. Has generated the internet, the ability for the person to connect to the other people and this network from anywhere of the planet surface using the laptop or on a satellite phone. The third one point is engineers are supported and allow innumerable advances in medical, astronomical, shamanical, and general science of any other. The fourth one point is thanks to engineering, automatic and semi-automatic mobile production, machines have been created with little human help, large quantities of products such as food, cars, mobile phones, among others. The fifth point is despite the advances in engineering, a negative aspect that has generated the engineer is environmental impact. That is, many processes and products generated for these disciplines have generated injury and tax for engineers that contribute to solve the problem. Okay. The main objective of the engineer is to make unknown the responsibilities that engineering must face when carried out any type of work in which a second people may be affected. There are many types of engineering, like aerospace engineering, schematical engineering, civil engineering, production engineering, electrical engineering, among others. Okay, we are going to talk about the functions of the engineer. There are different areas like administration, that in which function is plan, organize the program, direct, control the construction, and industrial assembly for all of types of engineer works. In the area of research, the engineer has a function to research for new knowledge and techniques and study for level 3. Okay? Okay, teacher. In this video, I'm going to talk about the trends in our country, Colombia. And then we are going to say 6 partial verbs. Okay? So I'm going to start. Colombian products continue to carry out trends and conquer markets across the world. Here are some products to carry the main Colombia stamp, that is at the top of buyers' wish list worldwide. Okay? Colombia Fashions carried out explorations that bring together manufacturers, clothing, footwear, leatherware, and consume the jewelry and also the inputs. Colombia cacao exported 60,000 tons in the same year, according to the website Colombian Co. Okay? One of the most important Colombian trends in the world is the Verde Mochila Verde design. Okay, created a unique accessory that honors the heritage, one of the Colombian most symbolic handicraft, and give away it a unique twist by incorporating copper fibers into the bag produced, according to the Colombian tradition. Okay, fashionistas across the world have fallen in love to the mochilas verde, enchanted by the way the copper of this beautiful bag is worked into a fine metallic lance. The verde mochila is entirely handmade. Also, it stands for the connection between the human spirit and the modern nature, and pick up the essence of the people of Colombia, okay, according to the Verde design. Verde design mochilas' biggest demarkers are United States, Chile too, Germany, Lebanon, France, Mexico, Puerto Rico, Sudan, and Dominican Republic. Okay, teacher, in this video I'm going to talk about the movie, okay, my favorite movie. And so I'm going to start. And the movie that I'm going to talk about is called The Mona Lisa Smile, okay? I'm going to talk about the context and other aspects. And in 1953, a time when the women's roles were rigidly defined, the Rocky art history teacher called Catherine Watson start the teaching other ways to think. Okay, we are going to talk about this. This movie shows us that the thought of the 50s. The context of the film is very prestigious, a famed college recognized by traditionalist macho thinking. Okay, the protagonist is a teacher, and her name is Mr. Watson, who has a woman with a very different thought than the one inputs at that time. Okay, she was convinced that the women were not only to able to be housewives. They are capable of doing many things and becomes a great professionals. She wants to transform her students and change the mentality imposed by the society of the time. Okay? In the film can be seen that Mr. Watson come with the different ideals to taxes imposed by the society at that time. Even many her students believe that she was subversive. Okay? But it can be analyzed that the Mr. Watson is very right, because what she says and live. She wanted to her students to be successful leaders because she showed that the great potential that age had, that they had. Also, she wants to change the traditionalist mentality and encourage your students that become a good professionals. For this vision, she inspired her students that not only were they born to fulfill the role of housewife, but they could make their our own decisions. If they want to marry or she have children, or they could become anything that they wanted and be great professionals, okay? They want to achieve that with her students. A reflection of these aspects that is important to know that the film is today you can find a women who are great professionals, yeah, and leaders around the world. But like we said, but that is not evident in all the continents. And for example, the country of Arabia Saudita, where is taught a very radical against a professional development of the women. Okay. In conclusion, it can be said that the global society has been removed a traditionalist image that the women are very weak sex. Women are very important in today of the society, since the women can be found who different plays roles in their lives, like these are the beings with capacity to make decisions. She decides she will do with her life, if she has a children, or she marries, or something like that. This is all for this video. Hey teacher, in this video I'm going to talk about the some topics that is about the trends, fashion, music, different genres, what genres I like. Okay, I'm going to start. One of the fashions that are in trend these days is the vintage fashion. One of the most accurate definitions to talk about the objects, accessories that display being of certain age are not entirely odd. The word vintage was used by one seller to define the quality of their best products has been adapted for the objects, which although with a certain age will represent the quality and exclusivity. Okay, vintage fashion is represented by several trends. On one hand, there are objects for other areas which are really made between 1900 and 1980. And there are in general unique objects, many of them made hand or by hand, okay? And that for the quality and the fine details have been preserved for several generations. In the other hand, there are those that emulate that this time has been the inspiration of many of garments that were acquired today, where lace, coppers, flowers, fabrics, and details are main protagonists. The vintage is a manifestation of a modern culture which seeks in revenant itself based on authentic times in which detail were a part of the daily dresses. And today, many fashionistas around the world who wants to express through the clothing or their own vision of the art and life and the subordinates. Okay. In the other hand, we are going to talk about the music. The music that is fashionable these days is the urban music, reggaeton and trap and ballads, also is the reggae. Okay, and the tropical sounds and R&B increasingly influenced by the indie or pop music that admins to returns of the 90s are some the musical styles that have trampoline in 2015. A year in which new musical trends being of the nature and marker in which contributions are numerous and explanation is grown faster. Okay, my favorite music depends on the moment and the place as well. If I want to relax in my house, I like to listen reggae, ballads, and something like that. If I am studying, I like to listen the classical music and reggae too. But if I'm going to go to the disco, I like to Latin rhythms like bachata, merengue, and of course the salsa. Is my favorite music genre. I think it's one of the best genres that we have in Latin America. So to dance is something spectacular. I like to dance these rhythms, these Latin rhythms. Other thing that I want to say is the power of the cultural influence of the Latin music continues and unstoppable. However, is the global success, we must recognize the gap that lies on other issues of genre is appreciated J Balvin, Maluma, Karol G, Anita, among others. This is all for this video. In this video, I'm going to talk about the skyscrapers around the world. I was watching a video and I like to say some of them that catch my attention, okay? So, the first one is the Legend Tower. It's formerly called the Kingdom Tower. It's a skyscraper on the construction located in Hamdan, Saudi Arabia, which will be completed between 2019 and 2012. The project has announced on August 2nd in 2011 and is directed by the American architect Adrian Smith, who also designed the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest skyscraper today. So it will be a record to be the second tallest building on the planet, behind the Dubai's Crowd Tower, measuring approximately 1,000 meters high. So it's too high. So the second one that I going to talk about is the Hotel Ronjijon. It's a skyscraper pending the inauguration, located in Pyongyang, capital of North Korea. The building is also known as Building 105, down to the numbers of the floor that it has, okay? And this construction dates back to 1987, but it stopped in 1992. Because the country entered a time of crisis after the dissolution of the Soviet Union. So the third one that I want to say is the Elephant Building. It's a skyscraper. It's a high-rise building at Pantohon Road and Ratchipedach Road in Bangkok, Thailand. It lies in the North Bangkok Business District and Katakuch District. The building is one of the best known buildings in Bangkok, as resembles an elephant. So it was the collaboration between Dr. Arun Charase, and the building has 32 floors and is 102 meters high. Okay, it was completed in 1997. The Elephant Building has ranked number for the 12 world's iconic skyscraper in the February 2011. The fourth one that I want to talk is the Mariana Bay Sandal. It's the building complex in Singapore, located in opposite of Mariana Bay, and developed in the by the Las Vegas Sands, which is considered that the most expanded independent casino in the world. Yeah, the complex has 3 hotels towers with 2,560 rooms and 120,000 meters. The convention and exhibition centers, a shopping centers, an art and a science museum, 2 arenas theaters, and 6 prestigious chef restaurants, 2 floating pavilions in the casino with 1,500 tables and 1,060 small machines. Okay, these were the amazing buildings that I saw in the video. So I think that is very futuristic, and that is small countries like Colombia, because we can see them. So for us, it's very surprising to see these types of building design. And that's all for the video.